Hike the trail? Check. Order takeout? Check. Schedule heart checkup? Done. We've all adapted to a new way of living. Keep your healthcare on schedule with Johns Hopkins Medicine, where your health and safety are our highest priorities. We're ready to care for you through virtual and in-person visits across Maryland and the greater Washington region. Your health, our experts, safely caring for you. Schedule your care now. Learn more at hopkinsmedicine.org/safe. Hike the trail? Check. Order takeout? Check. Schedule heart checkup? Done. We've all adapted to a new way of living. Keep your healthcare on schedule with Johns Hopkins Medicine, where your health and safety are our highest priorities. We're ready to care for you through virtual and in-person visits across Maryland and the greater Washington region. Your health, our experts, safely caring for you. Schedule your care now. Learn more at hopkinsmedicine.org/safe.
Welcome to the Stephen Shiels radio show for today's podcast that is being live streamed on my Facebook page, my professional Facebook page, Shiels Productions. I hope everyone's had a fantastic week since last week. Thank you for the questions that you guys wrote to me as well. And it was very, very nice to have that on the show. And you can also leave questions in the chat box as well. A couple of things that have been happening. I've had some fantastic interviews on my podcast as well. It's been good. The podcast has grown. Thank you for listening to the show and subscribing to it and downloading it. It's really, really good. Also, just hit 50 YouTube subscribers, which is a blessing, and thank you for supporting my YouTube channel as well. You know, a lot of work goes into producing for YouTube. I'm doing a score relief project from the QTube, so a shout out to the QTube. It's a free scoring competition. I'm doing a series video on my YouTube channel, so I've just completed part 1 as well, and it's just the behind the scenes on how I am composing music on YouTube as well, and how I score for film with my music notation software called Dorico. But to start off today's show, I thought I'll share a bit about my technology that I'm using on, my computer, and I'm using a virtual private network, VPN as well. Now, I think I highly recommend having a VPN, virtual private network, is to have privacy on the internet, I guess. I think now, there's so much traffic out there that we don't even know where things are coming from. So I'm using a VPN called NordVPN. They haven't sponsored the show, but that's the VPN I'm using. I highly recommend it, actually, if you can have a VPN. It's just good to have that protection for yourself on the internet, especially with people trying to hack you and all that. So that's what I use as well. And that's what I try to keep things very secure. And also, too, at Shiels Productions, I have merchandise as well. So basically what we've got here is a Shiels Productions pen. It's just like a normal felt tip pen. Works fine out of the box. It's very great to write. I've signed a few autographs with this pen as well. Beautiful pen, Leave your comments to find how you can get it. Also, too, we have our Shiels Productions. We've got our Shiels Productions trucker hat. Beautiful hat, beautiful, nice little cap. Shiels Productions trucker cap. Very nice and comfortable. Very easy to wash and keep clean. Very easy to look after as well. And we have our two snapback hats from Shiels Productions. If you can see that, I'll show you again. Show you the logo. Both nice and comfortable as well. Very nice and styling, very modern. And what's been new and what I've started looking into is getting gaming, like custom-made gaming mouse pads from Shiels Productions. As you can see, if you can see that logo there as well. This is an actual gaming mouse pad made in the United States. You've got landscape, and you have portrait as well. So you got two options. If you like to game with landscape or portrait, feel free to pick. These are very nice. They came out very well done from the printer. I was very, very happy with the quality. Also, too, Shiels Productions, we have brand new mugs. So here you've got one of my other logos here. I'll put that close to the camera. And then you've got another one of my logo that I use on Spotify as well. So if you want to have your morning coffee or your morning cup of tea, get one of these. Definitely a difference. So the logos, they'll design myself. Just want to put them back if I can. Just put this back in the box, guys. And last but not least, we have a Shiels Productions travel mug as well. So it's just one of these travel mugs. Lid comes off. Put your coffee inside. It's just a bit of paperwork. That's okay. Put your coffee inside and it'll keep it warm. It's a little mug. And you basically can shut it. You just drink out of it. Nice and cool. It's pretty cool. So this is the merchandise that I have. If you want to know more information on how you can purchase it, leave your comments. Or after the stream, message me on Messenger, or you can message me on my Instagram, or send me an email through my website, or send me a message through WhatsApp on how you can get your merchandise from Shiels Productions. You know, too, the Stephen Shiels radio show has done very well. It started, I think it was December not even a month old, and we've had at least 147 downloads. I'll double check the stats for you for next week's live stream. But that's a huge thank you for supporting the show. You know, the guests have been amazing. I had Sonic Yogi from Insight Timer on the show last week, and today I interviewed Lisa Kolper, a meditation teacher from Insight Timer, who's published some very fantastic courses that I've done, and I highly recommend as well. It's been a blessing to have, you know, very, very, very good meditation teachers on the podcast. And also, too, thanks for following my Instagram page as well. I've been putting some videos on IGTV of my music videos, even some of my YouTube videos from the short film scores that I've done. Hey, Sean, how are you? Can you hear me well out there, mate? Yeah, good. Yeah. And so where was I? Yeah, basically, so little film scores. So they've been good little project to build the portfolio up as well. You know, YouTube has come a long way in 6 months, 50 subscribers. Thank you to everyone for doing that, because it's very competitive with the whole algorithm now on YouTube, and it's yeah, without you guys, it's I don't know where I would be with YouTube, you know that. And the other thing too, as a musician, it's good, Sean. I'm glad you're listening. You can hear me. Great, fantastic. That's what I want, Sean. Sean was on my podcast last night. Just published the episode today, and it was funny. It was a funny show. You know, me and Sean, we like to. He's another guest of mine. We like to just talk other things, have our rants, talk about life in general, you know. So Sean's joined the live stream today. It's a pleasure to have you on. It's been fantastic having Sean on the Stephen Shiels radio show as well. Having my Carlton Zero non-alcoholic beer for the podcast. Very nice. Yeah, so going back to the headphones, I'm wearing Audio Technica's AETH M50Xs. They just got better audio quality too. You find too, there's like different cables that come with the headphones. So you got a few different styles as well, if you can see that on the camera. I think they did this for this model. Sean just said lame. Alcoholic beer is better. Lol. I know, however, I need to concentrate. the show. Oh, you funny. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, so I think there must be different, better audio sound quality or something, but to me it sounds good. The other thing too, with technology wise, with Apple, taking out the old USB, the USB 3, they used to have that, and they want you to use USB C. So you have to use an adapter like that. I think I paid about $50 for this, and I went to another shop and I got I had to get a three port USB C hub because I want to plug my Zoom H1 microphone in. I want to plug my extension keyboard in at the same time. And it was just frustrating relying just on one. I even had to get a Bluetooth mouse. I think I paid about $18 for this. I don't know. I just feel like with the technology companies now, as soon as they put a logo on it, like Apple or Microsoft, they jack the price up so much. And I don't know, I can buy a $5 mouse and it just does the same exact thing, I don't know. I mean, I love Apple products. Apple, they're very good. I've used Microsoft over the years. But I find as a musician, Apple is better. And other things that I'm doing in my life as well to keep healthy is I go to the gym. I do yoga as well. I meditate. I'm practicing Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditation as well, and just really working on myself and working on my patience and getting better every day as an entrepreneur. And that's what I believe that I want to do. The other thing too, with my clarinet, guitar lessons, music theory lessons, composition, etc., is I'm offering student discounts towards the lessons. If you're a school student or you've got a student card from TAFE or university, you're entitled to a discount, so you don't have to pay full price. I think this is a good idea for you, as it will help you out more financially in the long run. Or if you're a student and you want to start playing an instrument, you get a discount from me. Yeah, and things too. What's getting me up in the morning is, I don't know, if for some reason, being an entrepreneur, I don't know, I just feel more motivated to get up every day. It's like I go to bed at night and I'm just thinking about work, because I treat Shiels Productions like it's $1 million company. It's $1 million company, this Shiels Productions, and I treat it like $1 million company, and that's what I believe in. This is what gets me up. I love making YouTube videos. I love the podcasting. The podcast is not just music. I talk a lot of things on the podcast. I love talking other topics beside music, because if I just talked music all the time, I'd get bored. My YouTube channel, I just keep that toward music as well. That's just all music. But the podcast, I like to interview other people who have achieved things as well in their life. And the yoga app that I am using at the moment is the Down Dog Yoga app. I truly believe that this is a genius piece of technology that is just so well done. The way they built the app, the way they put music into the app at the same time, and you're not getting the same yoga class over and over and over again, And that's what I love about it. The classes are good. It's very relaxing. It's therapeutic, I think, So basically, I got some of you guys to send me in some questions for this week's live stream, Facebook live stream of the podcast. And I really thank you for that. So the first one comes in from David Lewis. I had David Lewis on the Stephen Shiels radio show. You can check that out on wherever you get your podcasts. David wrote to me. Where is it? I think this was. Let me double check that if I've got the questions here. I'll just check the Instagram because I think that would have been last week's. No. Got it. That's all good. I thought I had the wrong ones. David wrote into me on Instagram. He asked me, what is your favorite key to work in? My favorite key to work in is A major. For some reason, it's got a nice sound to it. I like to also then work in F sharp minor and C sharp minor, which is F sharp minor, the relative minor of A major, C sharp minor, the relative minor of E major. I just find that it's just got a nice sound to those keys as well, especially for film score. Like the current score relief project I'm working on modulates from A major and E major at the same time. I write in an atonal style, so I don't use key signature because I find if I use key signature when I'm writing, it just distracts me. It throws me off my work. So it's actually E major. I like it. Especially classical guitar just sounds nice in that key, and even C sharp minor, beautiful stuff. David also asked, what is your favorite chord? C sharp minor 7, beautiful chord. Also love using open fifths or power chords in my orchestration because I get that from a lot of rock influence, so fifths as well, even fourths. So minor fifths, minor fourths. I don't know if you'd say it like that. Or you'd call it a perfect fifth or a perfect fourth. That's just my terminology of a fifth. But yeah, fifths and C sharp minor 7. Nice chord. Beautiful chord. Are there any instruments you wish you could play? Yes, I wish I could play the violin. Tried to play the violin at a very late age. I had a teacher. Didn't really get along with the teacher much, and she said to me, well, you're better off just being a clarinetist. So I stuck with that. So it would be the violin. If you could score any movie, what would it be? I love this question. If I had the opportunity to score a movie, and if it was a movie that didn't have music, it would be No Country for Old Men. The reason why I'd love to score No Country for Old Men, because there's just so many scenes that I could just write, and I could just go hard as an orchestrator and just go get creative with that. It's got a lot of open desert landscape. It's a movie that I studied in my undergrad degree, and I've seen it, and it's really good. And it's a movie that you want to know what's going to happen next. So that's what I would score. If I had the opportunity to do it in Hollywood, definitely No Country for Old Men. So another question came in from Oksana. She asked me on Messenger, what is your next project composition I am working on? Oh, she's mean you're working on. Next project composition for me is the Score Relief project for the QTube. It's a free scoring competition. I'm doing a YouTube video of behind the scenes where I'm actually talking and teaching how I'm writing music for the project as well for the film. I think it's about 3 minutes long, but I'm just showing you what my techniques are. So watch part 1 on YouTube. Part 2 should be out this week, if not next week, because I'm still a bit busy with it. Where do you get an inspiration from? Who are your influences if you have one? My inspiration just comes from historical events, I think. A lot of my works that I composed in 2020 were history-based. Like I wrote Pandemic, there was Death Valley, there was Death and Alive, Judas, Goliath, Broken Heart. So I try to write things on real historical events that I want to tell a story about as well. Latest single, Apocalypse, that's historically got history from like Vietnam War, Cold War era. And so I see my music, what history I'm writing with, where they would go in a video game, what I'm writing for. So I believe if you feel inspired by history, write something that inspires you about it. That's what I think. One of my influences are Hans Zimmer. The reason why is just his big sound and the way he scored the Batman and the Wonder Woman. He's my favorite composer as well. And influences too. I listen to Mercules and Jelly Roll, Eminem, Tupac as well on listening to Amazon Music now. I just find if I listen to, the Beatles are influencing me. It's just nice to listen to some other work beside film works all the time. Okay. I've got another question that came in. It came from Lopea. I think that's right. I had him on the podcast as well. He says to me, hey, Stephen, I would love to know about your creative process and how you compose a song. Great question. My creative process is just wanting to try things out and just experiment and make the last song better than better than the last one, always trying to push things, change things up as well. How I compose a song today is I use a DAW called Dorico, or if I'm writing electronic, I use Logic. When I'm orchestrating, I think, okay, how many, percussion do I need? Do I need 2 harps? Do I need 4 horns? Is it going to work? Or if not, I cut them out. So it's just basically finding what sounds good, what works, what doesn't work. And he says, what do you normally start with? I usually start with a time signature and a tempo as well, and a melody in my mind of what I'm going to play for you. Brett Nielsen wrote into me. He says, how do you formulate your ideas for songs and what creative process? For me, ideas, I think ideas for me, it's a difficult one for me to answer, because ideas for me just come and go. I'll probably just scribble on a scrap paper ideas of, okay, what's a good song to write? What do I want to write about now? So that sort of ideas. My creative process is just going for it and just forget the rule book as well, Brett. Just forget the Western Harmony rule book and just write whatever the hell I want to write. That's what I think. Wow. It was a fantastic live stream today as well. I'm very, very thankful for everyone who has joined the live show. I'm looking at doing live streaming once a week on my Facebook page as well, so give you guys a chance to send some questions in as well. And it's always good, for me to keep you up to date on what I'm doing as well. But look, thank you to everyone who has tuned in to today's show as well. Follow my Facebook page, follow my Instagram page, follow my Twitter page. You can send a donation to my GoFundMe as well. Check out my latest and awesome single called Apocalypse that I've just published this year. Follow my Instagram page as well. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on those notifications. Also on Apple Podcast, leave a rating for the show. And I will see you later. Thank you for tuning in for today. And peace out, guys.
Whether you're having a not moving off the couch while you watch the game kind of day, or a no time between conference calls kind of day, it can still be a delicious Dunkin' kind of day. And with Dunkin' now available on DoorDash, it's easier than ever to get your faves brought right to your door. So if you're looking for coffees, donuts, and breakfast sandwiches in the morning, craving some afternoon snack and bacon, or in need of Dunkin' refreshers for a PM pick-me-up, we've got you covered. Order now and get your faves brought to your door through Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. Price and participation may vary. Exclusions apply. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hike the trail? Check. Order takeout? Check. Schedule heart checkup? Done. We've all adapted to a new way of living. Keep your healthcare on schedule with Johns Hopkins Medicine, where your health and safety are our highest priorities. We're ready to care for you through virtual and in-person visits across Maryland and the greater Washington region. Your health, our experts, safely caring for you. Schedule your care now. Learn more at hopkinsmedicine.org/safe.